Round two. Got the choice again. We'll play first. Sand seems fine. Got the old relic warder if we need it. No one drop, but that's alright. Got all the utility in the world. Red. Just red. Alright. Let's start her off with the old Kami of Ancient Law. Oops. Gonna have to pay a white there. Red-green. What do we got? Borderland Marauder. Alright. There's a journey. I've got a feeling our Crusader's getting burned. Almost makes me want to open with the Relic Warder first, but problem with that is I can't take anything out. Guess we'll just go Crusader, see if he's got the burn. All right. It's pretty good. Little 4 damage to start it off. That's pretty huge. Guess we go Relic Warder. The old 2-mana 2/2. All right. Little Domri. See if we got a creature on top. No creature on top. Alright, I guess we'll take 3. Make him use a burn spell if he's got it. Protect his Domri. Flicker Wisp, very nice. Mostly because it's a creature, not because the flicker is all that relevant right now. Although I guess it can reset planeswalkers too, which is kind of cool. But let's try and kill Domri, I guess. Alright, mission accomplished. Well, could Journey plus Flicker Wisp here. But kind of feel like I can take another hit from this Marauder. I'm waiting for a big fat fatty in this green, you know what I mean? So let's drop the Flicker Wisp this turn. I kind of don't want to play a land because we're running 2 ways to... I guess I'd rather trade with the Relic Warder. I mean, I could... Yeah, let's just get our Relic Warder back. I could trade there. Yeah, I don't want to play lands because I'm playing 2 ways to destroy all lands, so that doesn't seem very good. Port, certainly not a huge deal. Alright, snap trading with Relic Warder. Although I guess I could take it. I just feel like I don't like taking damage against this deck, pretty much. So if he plays a fatty, I've got the out for that. I can fly over most things. I've got outs for enchantments. A lot of utility online right now, which is nice. Yep, that's pretty much irrelevant. If that's the best play he's got. Unfortunately, another land draw. But we are ahead on the board currently. Is there any reason to play a land still? Not that I know of. We top out at 5, so I almost like him thinking that his port is doing something. Although I guess if he's got Storm Breath, I can't journey that. Mortar's overloaded. Yeah, I can't do anything about that either. Alright, just getting flooded, but can't do anything about the flood. Sometimes you just got to accept the flood. Alright, can't really deal with that currently. Still irrelevant. Unfortunately, Ravages turned too late. Could have protected us from Mortars, but not at the right part in our deck, so kind of in big trouble now. I can't think of any ways to get rid of Sarkhan at the moment. Maybe I'll draw into one, I don't know. Doesn't seem very likely. Alright. I feel like we can beat this deck, by the way. Doesn't seem unlikely at all. It's just a matter of being able to draw better. Just need to draw better. Gonna have to draw a lot better than 8 lands. Alright, so game 2. What am I doing against the mid-range Planeswalker deck? So just green-red Planeswalkers. I guess that makes these a little bit worse, but only if I'm already behind on the board. Which doesn't seem super unlikely. I still feel like we have actually a really good matchup here. Am I wrong? I mean, we did just lose, but I do feel like I have a good matchup. I feel like we just didn't draw very well. What can I do about Planeswalkers? Can I do anything about them? I guess not. Do I want to ditch? I guess Sword of War and Peace is still going to be really good. Light and Shadows, I mean, our swords are still fine. Do I want more burn and then maybe cut something? I don't know. I don't know if I've got a sideboard against this. I think I just need to draw better and then win. Play first. This hand's fine. Not amazing, but playable. Still going to open with the planes just in case. See some pesky artifact we can't deal with. Or enchantment. Pretty weird deck he's playing, I gotta say. It's not very often you see cheap creatures coupled with mid-rangey planeswalkers. Now that I know he's planeswalkers, I almost want to just take it. Especially if I can't play Blade Splicer if he leaves up the port, but if he doesn't leave up the port, I get the Blade Splicer, so. Alright. Looks like he's tapping. We're still going to get a Torch Fiend. Figure, not bad. Maybe I'd rather do the figure, to be honest. That way he's not motivated to port. Since I can just, in response, pump my guy to a 4/4. No green source from him yet. All right. We get a Blade Splicer now, though. It's not bad. Ideally into a Hero of Oxid Ridge if we get a red source. And a red source we did. I could play the Oxid Ridge here, but I'd rather do the Blade Splicer into it because it's more explosive. Plus, it gives me a blocker for his Satyr. So, I think it makes sense. Gives me a couple blockers for his Satyr. I guess he can Arc Trail, Splicer, Relic Warder, but then he still can't really deal with the Golem. Alright, Phoenix is not a big deal. Leaving him back, okay. Alright, I can drop Siege Gang into Hero of Oxid Ridge now, so that makes me feel pretty comfortable. So I guess we swing Warder, Golem. The next turn with the Oxid Ridge, that's got to be pretty close, if not lethal. I would assume it's probably lethal, but I mean, he could have, I don't know, something that nukes my board. He's been off green this whole game, too, impressively. I guess he can leave up port now to keep us off red, but he's got to deal with the board right now. Could Arc Trail, take out these two, then leave up port, but we're still in pretty good shape if he does that. Alright, he did in fact have that, which is pretty good, like I say, but we're still ahead on the board. He certainly doesn't have a good attack. He's going to port, let's see if he ports the red source this time. He wisely does. See if we get another one. Not so much. All right. Guess we dropped the Torch Fiend. All right. A lot stronger than I'd hoped, especially since he gets a Phoenix back with that, but we are still in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think we actually just win. So that's good news. But that was still a good play on his part. Bonfire is going to be pretty good against us. All right. So off his green source, he still did pretty good. Like I said, Mizium Mortars, Arc Trail, Bonfire, all very good tools against us. I'm not sure I can do anything about that. Pretty tempted now to play Searing Blaze, say, over like a Relic Warder. The reason being, Relic Warder didn't appear to be able to hit anything that whole game, and Searing Blaze on a Fire Drinker Satyr is really not fair. 6 damage for 2 mana, destroy your creature. It's pretty filthy. And if he's playing this, it's just weird to me that he's playing the Satyr and the Borderland Marauder. So it's like mid-rangey Planeswalker deck. It did lower my creature count, so maybe I just want to replace the Relic Warder with a different creature. Like, maybe I can bring the Gutter Snipe in, but it's a little bit clunky. 14 creatures with double sword, is that not good enough or consistent enough for the Armageddon Ranger plan? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. If I up to get another double red spell, do I want to up my mountain count now that I've taken out a double white as well? Yeah, I think I actually do. Now that really is, I have more double red than double white. So I think we cut a white for a red now if I'm doing this. And I kind of want to find a way to get this Gutter Snipe in here just to get up my creature count, but I don't know if I can do it. I could cut the Light and Shadow for it. And then I still have War and Peace, which is going to be bonkers against him. But Light and Shadow is good against him too. Gaining life, getting creatures back that he's killed. That's tough. I think I'm just going to go 14 creatures. Not ideal. A little bit lower than I like, but just enough where I think it still could work for us. Yeah, this looks good. Leaving Mother up is insane. Good turn progression. So he gets 1 turn to really take care of Mother. Or at least take care of Mother easily. I mean, even if he does, Sword of Light and Shadow is a way to get her back. So something to keep in mind. All right. It's acceptable. Obviously, I'm not thrilled about it, but since we actually do have the means to get her back, it's really not that bad. And Ranger is very nice value against this opponent especially. If he plays a green mana and leaves up Treetop Village, I will incinerate the crap out of that. Alright, didn't do that. Got a Phoenix. We've still got a very nice turn progression. We get to go Sword of Light and Shadow, and then it's my choice of Equip plus Burn or Ranger into more stuff to equip to. So very good options at my disposal here. Alright, it's up to his 4th. Let's see what he's got. Got Xenagos. Bloodbraid. That's pretty good. Cascaded into Arc Trail. Oof. It's pretty nasty against us. Getting hit for 5, going to 11. So next turn we're just dropping the Ranger, picking up some 1-drops. We can still recover. It's not it's certainly not over yet. By no means. What are the 1-drops we're finding? Figure and Noble? Maybe? I gotta look. Could do Kami equip too. What does that do for me? Lets me block his Blood Braid. He has to have Mizium Mortars, which we do know he's got. But then if he doesn't, I can get in. I think I like that more. It's no relevant protections though. But being able to potentially get in and incinerate a blocker to get in, bring back a mother, that is pretty good. It's hard to pass that up. And it keeps back the Blood Braid, like I said. Alright. I think we go for that plan instead. I do like the Ranger plan too. But I like the idea of having a 4/4 that's already suited up, ready to get in, ready to gain us some life. Mortars is really the only out he could have. And Mortars still would have worked on Ranger as a blocker. I feel like this at least restricts it to Mortars, which is nice. Tarmogoyf, not worried about that. Oh yeah, the Mortars. He just had Dream Hand then. I don't even feel bad. He just had Dream Hand. There's nothing I could do about that. He had all of the important removal right in the opener, plus the Blood Braid into the Arc Trail was devastating. So he just had all the goodies. I can't be mad about that. So I guess we'll do Savannah Lions Figure. That way I can play Savannah Lions as a blocker. But yeah, unfortunately Dream Hand. Did not want to play against the Dream Hand. Because I do actually believe Mizium Mortars was the only thing there that could have punished that play. I think I'm dead. As much as I would like to not be dead. I believe I'm dead. So block 3 power guy. Block anything else, doesn't matter. I still take, I take 7. All right, well, obviously not happy with how that panned out, but out of my control, unfortunately. We had a good turn progression too, but like I said, it really boiled down to what Blood Braid went into, which was Arc Trail, which was perfect for him in that spot right before I was about to equip. And then followed up with, I played the Kami, equipped it, said the only thing I could deal with is Mizium Mortars. He had 3 cards left in hand, one of them was Mizium Mortars. So what can I do? I got to shrug my shoulders and unhappily accept. So we'll see you in round 3.